definitely there will be multiplier effect of both political, economy, and social. As you can see in the Oke-Ogun, we are being starved of education, and that is why you could see rural urban migration. The people are moving from this area to urban city, all in search and quest for education. And when this has become perpetual, definitely it has been an act of abandoning one sector which has become the one-third of the landmass of the whole Oyo State. And as you can see, what the vice president said, he discovered that we are still living in the perpetual sovereign stone age, and that is why he promised that these are opportunity. I think the reps, the senate, I think they need to rise against. We need to push more to ensure that we have that dividend of democracy. We are contributing greatly agriculturally. We are contributing. When it comes to issue of election, perpetual, you discover that Oke-Ogun has become the perpetual visitor. They becoming crave for the election, but now it's our turn. Without minding of primordial sentimentalities, we need to come together to ensure that we have it with us.
Okay, Prince. Well, when you against the background of the question you posted, that look, was it because we are not doing much in this regard? I would say yes, we are not in the past. Until very recently that we begin to wake up and begin to ask for what truly belongs to us. The fact is that when you look at the history of this senatorial district, Oke-Ogun men have been, senators. In fact, go back to 1999 and up to this moment, we have always had good part of Oke-Ogun men who are senators. I ask you, how many of them has ever sponsored a bill, relating to the establishment of an higher institutions? And until very recently, when an Ogbomoso man now contemplates similar feat, or probably when the people of the region are now, taking the course to their own leaders too. And I know you now see what I would describe as a proliferation of bills, relating to this. As I speak with you, there's still another incubating bill at the lower chamber, by Honorable Olumide Ojenide, asking for similar thing. And of course, even elsewhere in Oyo State, you have a lot of House of Reps, all of them trying to ask questions or sponsor a bill, relating to establishment of higher institution. Of course, it's a force of law to have an higher institution of federal government nature. So, and everybody seems to know that now. And because that's what the people are now asking for. And when connecting that with the promise of the vice president during their electoral campaign, I think it is incumbent on our leaders, especially the legislators, to come together to harmonize these things and give life to some of these promises by the politicians. Yes, the vice president promised an higher institution, Oke-Ogun, but the truth be said, we cannot be sponsoring different bills at the House of Rep and another one, at the House, at the Senate. So without truly harmonizing our demand, we may be shooting ourselves on the leg, and that may appear to me very counterproductive. So I want to see how legislators generally, sat down. And one thing that appears to me very beautiful is that, look, majority of them are from one political party. They share similar political party. So I think with all the ease and seamlessness, they should be able to talk to one another. And please, okay, fine, I'll give it a live when this is being mentioned, at my chamber. You give it a live when it is being mentioned at your end. But at this point in time, I must say that we have made a very remarkable progress, because the one being sponsored by Senator Fatai Buhari has got to a point that, look, there's going to be a public hearing, on the same bill, and thereafter maybe
20th. 20th.
On the 20th of this month. So, and of course, traditional leaders, opinion leaders, community leaders have been so invited to Abuja to come and make their presentation on behalf of the people of Oke-Ogun. A University of Agriculture for Oke-Ogun people is not a bad idea. And I must have to say that, look, all hands must have to be on deck to ensure that we rally around, support for this kind of project.
Okay, Oladayo, I want you to quickly contribute. I mean, the same University of Agriculture, we got some information that Oke-Ogun really want this, but not only Oke-Ogun. A lot of people are actually lobbying for that, and lobbying in politics is actually allowed. You can definitely do it.
Yeah, from the information I gathered when the bill was presented by Senator Fatai Buhari, we have someone at the House of Rep that also wanted the same thing for Ibadan. And what our people are now saying is that why Ibadan again? Of all the things there at Ibadan, they don't want anything to be here in Oke-Ogun. And we keep putting it to our leaders that will they fold their hands and let things be running like that. And apart from them clamoring that it should come to them as well, they should find that one voice. I know one of the problems that Oke-Ogun has always been having is this voice that they always fail to put things together. This side will say I want it to come to me, this side will say I want it to come to me, and before you know it, people that have one voice, they have the number and they speak with one voice, they'll have it. It happened when they wanted to cite Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, and now are we going to allow the same thing to happen again? That people that speak with one voice, that no, let it put it at so place, will have it, and we will still be there saying I want it at Agare, I want it at Shekpeteri, I want it at Igbo, I want it at Kishi. Won't we allow that one to take that thing away from us this time around? I remember some months ago they talked about a federal college of education, or was it Polytechnic, that they said they've even have a place for at Ogbomoso axis of the state, and when we are still here having nothing, and they already settled that one at Ogbomoso axis. So what are we going to do? Are we going to keep sleeping and let them hijack it from us again?
All right, a call to each and every one of us. Contribute your quota. That's the best that you can do at this particular moment. We have to go now. Thank you so much for being part of the program. Oladayo Loyede, Adeyemo Abdul Latif, Moftau, and the Prince Oyinyola Joel. My name is Sheriff Ibrahim. Thank you for listening. Good morning, and have a beautiful Friday.